是有这个鼓的。
So, welcome back to the TheCOVO radio, and Morris is back today.
Hello, here's Morris.
So, it's back with us again. My name is Jensen, and
Here's Morris.
yes, so it's two of us again. So, for today, we would like to discuss a little bit different topics. So, for today, we would like to a little bit discuss about homesickness, especially as we know, like most of so a lot of RFW actually go overseas to work, and that like because they're actually bound by a contract of 2 years.
Yes,
So
2 years.
like, they definitely will miss home sometimes. But I mean, I think we're actually on the same boat. Since
Yes.
me and Morris, we are not from Hong Kong. We're actually kind of overseas students. We actually go abroad to actually study. So yeah, I think we do believe that we kind of feel the same way in the sense that we do have a homesick and,
Right.
and kind of stuff. So maybe we'd like to share a bit like how do you feel about this homesick?
Well, the homesick is not very feeling well sometimes because when you are facing obstacles, you feel desperate, and you have no one to except a friend. There's no family members who can support you, who is behind you. So all you need to do is to face them by yourself, which is a sad story, I believe.
It is. I think I can share a bit. Like for me, I've been overseas for quite some times now. I think the first time I was overseas when I was 18, so I think almost the same.
Yeah,
So it means it was 7 years ago for me.
7 years ago.
So I think for now, kind of get used to it. But I think at first, it still feel like just what you say. Like when you're facing the problems, like you actually feel stress. You just have no one to actually talk to, and sometimes you just miss home. I think not only you are missing maybe the family or maybe missing your friends, but sometimes it's also about like you're missing the comfort zone, like
The comfort
foods,
zone.
like the foods, like the environments.
You don't need to care about anything because your parents is in front of you.
Yeah, I think yeah. So for today, we would like to discuss this topic with you guys. So feel free to. So I've also put all of the questions that we're gonna ask for today under the description bar. So feel free to let us know. You give us a comment. So hi everyone and welcome to the TheCOVO radio. Thank you very much for watching our TheCOVO radio for today. Hi Maria, we are saying hi from Hong Kong, and shout out to everyone as well who's watching here. So I think we can start with the first questions for now.
Yeah.
So the very first questions is
How
how
do you
to overcome homesick.
How about you? How do you overcome the homesick when you were 18 years old coming to overseas?
I think in these modern days, you do have a lot of technologies that can actually support the communication part.
Yes.
For instance, like Skypes, we have WeChat call, FaceTime. I think a lot of these communication things can actually helps you a bit in terms of communications. No, now you doesn't have to maybe like father generations or mother generations. They have to go to the public phone.
Yeah, public phone,
and start dialing the numbers. But now for us, we can all do it in like we can do it in a smartphone.
Yeah.
Like if you miss your mom, just give straight a call.
Yeah, immediately.
Immediately, like everywhere you are, but like it is provided that the internet is good. Yeah, if both parties have like good receptions, then I think it is easy. But if you don't have good internet, maybe something is frustrated for you too. Like you can't really hear the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of even in that case, I think in like kind of like a small store, they do sell like kind of like international phone card where you can like have the call like 2 hours or 3 hours. Because at one point I used to buy that as well.
Or you still buy them?
Yeah, I used to
Okay.
buy that as well. And then at one point, since it's not pretty expensive, so I think sometimes some of them might be expensive, but a lot of them is reasonable.
Okay.
So and what about you? I mean, this is your second year at the overseas.
Yes, I think music is the best way for me to relieve the homesick, because not only me, but also many people have experienced the homesick. Some musicians have composed very beautiful and touching songs about homesick, and whenever I'm listening to them, I feel the homesick was not so
Not so bad.
not so bad. Yeah.
I think music can be one, or maybe probably if you're someone who's like poetic, then you might truly kind of write a poet. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can write a poet about homesick too. Like you can actually pour your sadness into some kind of art piece. I would say.
Yeah.
Because I think because I used to write a bit of poetry as well when I was young, but now
Wow,
I didn't
cool.
do it anymore.
Cool.
Yeah, so I did write a bit like how do I feel overseas.
Mm.
I think I should be able to find it somewhere, but I can't remember where I put that books. So I will just read some comments. So the first one is actually from Juana. She's actually saying that the way she overcome the homesick was definitely to make yourself busy by doing your job at home. You can always play with the kids. If you have kids to look after, or you can always maybe chit chat with the elderlies. And if you do have a free time, you can always go to YouTube, Facebook, or just what you mentioned before, like video calls, or even message your loved one during your free time. So, and especially on Sunday, you can join like a lot of activities, probably to
Yeah.
kind of keep yourself busy. And I think it's only on Sunday where you can actually meet friends. You can meet a lot of friends, especially on Sunday, through activities, maybe through courses. So I think that the main point is try to make yourself busy to kind of overcome the sickness.
Yeah, to forget about homesick. There's no time to worry about homesick because we are so busy.
Yes, it is. But I mean, if you really feel that the homesick cannot be really cured, it's always good to have maybe a phone call back. Just a very quick phone call. I think something it might help too. I mean, homesick is very natural. It's emotional.
Yeah.
So hi Keith, yes, we also agree that music can definitely helps in terms of music can definitely helps in terms of to avoid homesick. But I think it really depends on people also like when it comes to music. Some of the people uh, can 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 feel better after they actually listen to kind of like a homesick song or things. I think it really depends on mood.
Yeah. Of course, there's also some people like to listen to some happy and very high music to relieve the pressure and the desperation.
Yeah, I think that's me because whenever I feel sad, I have the tendency to listen to sad song, but it doesn't really help. Actually,
Yeah, it
bring
makes you
me
more hell.
it bring me bring me down to the hell,
Okay.
even worse.
Okay.
So yeah, I think for me, I would definitely love to listen to more happy music, but there's not much choice. I would say.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it really depends on person, what type of music you like to listen.
Yeah.
Hi Lin Hart, thank you very much for watching from Oman. And I believe it's very far away from Philippines. So hopefully you can always have, and also time differences in the Middle East. So hope you always have a good time, a good time to spend maybe on a call with your family. So we can go probably to the second questions, which is how often do you travel back to your hometown? Okay, just let us know on the comment below, like how often do you actually travel back? I think it really varies, depends on person to person. So I think for RFW, if you know, they only have
2-year contract.
2-year contracts,
Yeah.
and usually for annual leave, they only have one week per
1 week.
1 week per 1 year. So probably
Wow.
they have like 2 weeks annual leave for one contract. So it's just very short that you spend with the family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really different from maybe from Morris. Morris is a student, you know, like for Morris, he always have like summer holiday, winter holiday. It's very long.
Yeah.
Do you actually go back home during that period?
I hope I can go back home because maybe there's some internship and some research I need to finish before going back home.
But since I think it's very near for you to go back home. Is it
Yeah,
very
just
near, or do you need to take a flight?
2 hours flight.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for him, it's actually pretty close. It's just crossing the border.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's a little bit far away. Probably this is the longest time I didn't go home until now. This is
How many years?
It's been 1.5 years.
1.5 year.
Yeah.
Wow, it's quite long.
Yeah. Like before, I used to go home once a year. For now, I think this is the longest. Probably I didn't go home. So let's read some comments. So this is comment from Cheryl actually.
Will after contract so that can save and spend after.
Yeah, so I think we also discussed about the annual leave things. You know, like they only have 14 days, so they have 7 days in a year. So if they actually go back maybe like every year, sometimes it will be just too short. 7
Yes,
days.
really short.
It's really too short for 7 days. Like you actually lost 2 days for traveling part.
Yeah,
then,
those 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days, and then you have
So
5 days
5
left.
days left. Yeah.
5 days left in the at home. I think it's just too short. So I think 14 days. This is really good enough. Hi kid. Once only every 2 years for 14 days. Yeah, I think I could really agree that 14 days. Even 14 days is not enough sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Because you actually miss home a lot. Like you just have spent 14 days at home.
It's really fierce for those OFW.
Yeah. So hi kid, thank you very much for your comment. So maybe I think once a year usually is standard. I would say. So let's go very quick to the third questions, which is, what would you do when you miss your family? I think it's almost the same maybe questions as the first one, but maybe for the third one, we will focus more on the family part. So let us know on the comment below. Like what would you do when you miss your family? Like would you actually give them a call or anything? So do you actually miss your family when you're in Hong Kong?
Of course, I really miss my family members because they used to give me many support.
But do they actually give you support now? Or in terms
course.
of emotionally? Or?
I don't think so. I think for most questions, most emotional questions can only be faced by myself because I have been adult. I need to overcome those kind of emotional questions by myself.
That you can always share with your friends. And,
yes, of course.
With your new environment, new friends.
Yeah.
Because I think when I miss my family, I usually would just give them a call directly.
Give them a call directly. Okay. It's quite direct.
It's quite direct.
Direct away.
If I miss my mom, I would just give her a call, like just a quick chat.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
my mom sometimes, because I hardly call home, so sometimes I will call when I really feel I really miss them. I'll just give them a call.
Mhm. Send them a quick
Hi,
message.
Joanna. So I could see here that you would like to send them a quick message saying I love you. I think sending this small message can actually be helpful too.
Yeah, but in actually for me in Chinese culture, it's quite embarrassing to send "I love you" something like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes we just have a face-to-face call because the internet is so advanced. So just a face-to-face call, and we have some chat about some daily affairs. That's enough.
I think it's more quick to actually release maybe that emotional part.
Yeah.
Because when you do like a text things, maybe you need to take time, you need to wait for them to text back. Maybe they're busy.
Yeah. Maybe they're busy.
Then
Maybe
maybe
they
you're
cannot.
you're busy also.
Yeah. So face-to-face call is more immediate and interactive.
Yeah. Like how often do you actually call home?
About 3 times a week.
Well, that's a lot though.
Yeah, that's a lot
That's a lot.
but most call was from my parents.
Oh, okay. So maybe they actually miss you more
Yeah.
than you miss them. Maybe. Because for me, maybe once a week or sometimes once for 2 weeks.
I think this frequency is much better. It's better because I think once a week is is enough to talk about
Everything.
recent situation and more things to talk. But if the frequency is too high, sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes, yeah.
True. Yeah. But I think for RFW, they do have a lot of things of it to share with the families, like
Yeah.
how their life is. Like sometimes they just feel tired. And then they just want someone to talk to. So I think then family might actually came handy, honestly. So I think I'll just read one more comments. Hopefully I can find some. Oh, I actually do find one very um, interesting comment from Marilo. She actually said that she will actually just buy a ticket and fly the whole family here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it really depends on person to person.
Yes, I think uh, this is it's the most effective way because you can meet your family members directly and face to face. However, there's some financial and schedule questions. Maybe your family members don't have the time to. Maybe they are very busy at that period.
And also, I think the accommodation part.
Accommodation,
So
yeah.
I think if you do maybe live outside, like in the boarding house, I think it is possible since Hong Kong accommodation is so expensive.
Yeah, the hotel is extremely expensive.
A hotel is so expensive here. Even the lowest, even Airbnb, like let's say it's Airbnb, is also super expensive.
Yeah, so
when it
it's
comes-
so it's kind of financial question. If the financial situation is allowed, maybe this is a effective way. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is still the best way if you
Yeah.
really would like to meet them directly. So before we continue to the second part of the questions, we would like to play a song. It's from Westlife called Home. So I hope you guys enjoy. So that's Home by Westlife. So hope this song uh, can touch everyone's heart. I think,
Yeah.
this is a very old song, classic song. As I mentioned yesterday, classic song really have a lot of meaningful meanings into it. I think the other way to actually overcome homesick, I think, is just to make your maybe the current place that you have now as your second home.
Yeah. So you are satisfied with your current life and your current friends. That's maybe
This is
some
another one.
requirements about your second home.
Yeah, I think second home. Like how people always call probably, because since you guys actually live in Hong Kong more than you live, actually you're living in Philippines, so I think it is wise to call it like Hong Kong as a second home. Having your own circle of friends. You can always talk to them whenever you guys are free. You can always just create like a WhatsApp group or anything, like a very quick one. So let's continue with the second part of the questions. So for the fourth questions, it would be: have you bought any gift for your family member? Let me adjust it a bit. Okay. So have you bought any gifts for your family members whenever you're going back home to maybe Philippines? Just let us know like what are the stuff that you usually buy for them. Do you actually buy stuff for your family when you go home?
Of course, maybe sometime I go back to my hometown. I buy some souvenir in Hong Kong and do that.
Like what do you usually buy?
Uh, some some local food and yeah, just some local food. I think because I, I believe that the food is one of the most
Common things.
common thing
Easy.
to represent Hong Kong. I think. Yeah.
Because whenever you ask me about souvenirs, it's really hard for me because I don't know what to buy.
Okay.
Whenever I'm going home, I'll usually ask my parents or anyone, would you like to get something or
Okay.
anything.
So just ask them directly.
Yeah, ask them directly. If they don't say nothing, then I'll actually go home empty.
Without
Without anything.
Okay.
I just go home with myself.
Okay.
I think they just want to see you.
Okay.
So let us know in the comment below, like how do you usually buy gifts for your family members, maybe. I think a lot of people do buy a lot of snacks, since some of the snacks maybe like chocolates or like potato chips, which is not available back home. So and you can go to like value shop to buy it, even at a cheaper price too. Let me read some comments. So if you do have any answer, let us know on the comment below. Hi Constance. Yes, I think all of us misses home, but hopefully we can always, hopefully through this radio, you can always feel like you are currently at home now. That's why we're kind of doing this for everyone.
Yeah.
To hopefully we can accompany you guys, even though just for 1 hour, but at least you guys can feel someone is accompanying, like kind of like accompanying you at the moment. So someone whose name doesn't want to be mentioned. So she actually say that she sometimes bought some souvenir for her mom, like maybe a bag.
A bag.
Yeah, like some, probably a bag or
Okay.
a wallet
Okay.
for her mom. and maybe for the rest of the person, just like a simple chocolates or like snacks. But it really varies from person to person. I think. Like even some is saying, I think a lot of person didn't mention what they would like to bring home. They only mentioned that we would actually bring a lot of food back home. I think let's say if you do have kids at home, then maybe you can also buy some toy. Since I think some of the places here, if you go to like a game shop, like in some Suipo or in other areas, they do sell like very cheap toys. You can actually get it for them.
Yeah, it's quite financially good, and
Yeah.
it also can make
It can make the kids happy
Yeah.
at the same time. So
one arrow, two birds.
yeah. Oh, that's not sure whether. Well, I think that's that's English idioms.
Yeah, English idiom.
Okay, so let's continue with the fifth questions. So, do you have any message you want to deliver to your family member? Maybe you.
Okay, so for me, I just want my family members to be healthy and to be harmonic in the atmosphere. That's all I really want. I think my requirement is very high.
So I think for me, I'm like a very simple person. I just wanted them to know that I'm okay here. Like don't worry about me. I'm actually okay here, and also I just wanted to know. Hopefully they are also happy back home, and they're healthy. There's nothing to worry about. So it is like a two-way thing. Like
I think your message is better.
I think it really depends on person.
Okay.
So hopefully I can get some at the very end of this live streaming. We do have we as we mentioned before, we do have cut some videos. We do some interviews on Sunday for our academy students, and we also cut it into a video, and we would like to share it to you guys after the very end of this of this radio session.
Yeah, we also would like to share with you how do they think about their family, how do they get to know well with their family members.
Mm-hmm. So Joanna is mentioning that she would like to deliver a message for her kids. She actually saying that I love you kiddos. Study hard for your future, not for me, but for yourself. Mama will support you and love you no matter what.
It's very touching words.
Yeah, it is. Like especially you going out to actually work for your families, like to support them. So
It's actually kind of weapon for those OFW because they have people to believe in. They have people that needs them, so they cannot fall back. They need to work forward bravely.
I think that's more like a motivations
Yeah,
to
motivation. Yeah.
to actually battle the homesick too.
Yes.
Or even though you actually miss home, but you know that maybe working here can provide you like a better financial financial things. Like then you actually remember you have probably family to support back home.
Can provide their kids with better education and their family members with better food and living standard. They would like to do that, I think.
Yeah, I think because I'm Indonesian, so I just speak to a lot of domestic helper from Indonesia as well. Like I think most of the purpose is the same since definitely the salary is higher in Hong Kong.
Yes.
And yeah, I think they would like some of them do came out to support their family, but some of them actually came overseas to work, to actually save money, and when they have enough money, they actually went back to open their own business.
Okay.
So this is like a temporary jobs overseas. Like try to save up more, and then hope they can earn more, and they can open their business, and then afterwards they can actually stay at home with their family. So yeah, I think it really depends on like kind of person.
Yes.
I think even some of the Filipinos also do that. Like even from our volunteers, we do know some of the people that actually open business back home.
Oh, they have their own business at home.
Yes.
So they're
actually working here
as
and
a
then send
volunteer.
as like to get more money
Get more money
and send the money back home
to the business.
to actually support the business. So we will go to question
Next
6.
question.
So it is related to what we mentioned before. Do you believe that hard work at Hong Kong makes your family life better? So let us know on the comment below.
Maybe we can read some comments first.
Oh, sure. So Prima was mentioning, of course, yes, it helps a lot, especially on money matters. I think money part is definitely one of the reasons why RFW actually go outside to work.
Yes, one of the most important reasons. Yeah.
Money, and money is part of necessities.
Yeah.
You can't really live without money. So that I think it really depends on what kind of things. Let's say, I would say that you can bring a lot of stuff back home. Like last week, we do have interviews with the Environmental Protection Department on Sunday, like from our helpers who actually join a lot of, because we join a lot of environmental activities too, and they're also mentioning that some of the OFW learn a lot from that kind of like workshop, like environmental workshop, like maybe how to make like insect repellent, how to actually make their own like more easier, like more organic, kind of like cleaning agent. So I think some of them do share that this is very useful for them. I think not only kind of like sending money back home,
Yeah, but also some
some
skills,
knowledge or
some
skills
knowledge,
that
yes.
actually send it home.
Sometimes this may be more even treasure their money.
Yeah. So I think cause a lot of cultures, cultures and a lot of ways of doing stuff is really different. Like some countries, like for let's say for environmental things, like some countries might actually uh, put a lot of effort in terms of environmental, but some might not. Some might do it, some might not. I think environmental, you can definitely share a lot of information back home, or even for Indonesians as well. Like maybe you can start doing recycling. Or you can even use like orange peel like skin to actually clean the kitchen. So it's much better to rather than use like detergent or any kind of soap, which has a lot of chemical stuff. Yeah. So and this can make life better in terms of not only financial,
But
also
also
health, even the environment as well. I think that there's a lot of ways to actually do that. Hi, Joanna. Yes, we just want to know to keep up the good work, okay? And we hope that you always be successful in whatever you are doing, and never give up. Like whenever you feel down, remember you always have family back home, and always remember that you have us, the Mama Helpers community, even the VW communities, to always support you. So feel free to send us a text, because for us we doesn't only talk about employment. We would like to
talk about the life of
Yeah.
of you. Yeah.
we really would like to help them in terms of that. Make sure that we can. Maybe we are not be the perfect person to do like consultations.
Yeah,
But at least we are good listeners.
Yeah, well, good listener, which
Yeah.
can help you to release your pressure.
So hi HLOs, thank you very much for your comments. Yes, if especially if we use our money wisely. I think she was mentioning that whenever you get a salary, you still need to send it back home, and then I think this money management is also very important.
Mm-hmm.
While they still need to survive in Hong Kong, at the same time they have to send the money back home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this money management. Yeah, hopefully we are do planning because we do have a lot of requests in terms of like maybe courses on the financial management because this is one of the very important stuff too. So hopefully we can organize some courses regarding this financial management.
Yeah, it's
So-
kind of skills and the mind that those people need.
Needs.
Yeah.
I think even for us,
For us, we also
for
need.
us also we need that. How we
Yeah.
actually manage our monies, how to do savings. Because I think a lot
investment
of
is something.
so we can actually use the money for a wiser use probably. Okay. Hi Marceline. That depends to the person priority. If you aim to earn money to help your family to make their life better, that will be the best. But some have other reasons. Yeah, I think it really depends. It varies from person to person.
Yes.
Some might actually go overseas for personal growth. Some might actually support family. I think I do really agree that it really depends on person to person.
Yeah, because some people may have their own business because we just mentioned they earn money for supporting their business, and some people just work for supporting the family. Yeah.
Okay, so let's came to the very last questions for today, which is kind of a little bit very, I think, emotional. I think questions I would say.
Yeah.
Is have you ever? I think to just to make the questions a little bit easier is have you ever would like to give up working overseas? Because you actually really miss home.
Yeah.
Let's say the contract is 2 years, but after 1 year you really feel that you really have a homesick. You really
Yeah.
have a bad homesick that you would like just to give up this job and just go home and to meet your family.
It's actually quite complex question because for some helpers that be married, they have their husband in their home country, and their relationship is based on the distance. The shorter distance, a better relationship, I think. And also for the mom, because mom have the responsibility for supervision, so living with their children will be better for the growth of their children. However, if they go back to their home, maybe they cannot earn so.
Like
They
maybe
can get get higher salary. Maybe they only get lower salary. So maybe the kids cannot enjoy better education. So it's a question with many variables. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do believe that whenever you because on like in life there's a lot of choices, and whenever you actually make one choices there's something else you need to sacrifice, like even for us, even though we go overseas to actually study, we do sacrifice a lot of things, like let's say maybe the tuition fee is much more
Tuition
higher.
fee, yes,
Tuition
for
is much more
international
higher.
students, yeah.
Yeah, and like we have to support ourselves in terms of like living costs and all of those things. I think because I do believe that there's always a sacrifice. We really have to carefully think, like whenever we make our choices. But
Maybe it's opportunity cost.
yeah, so I think there's always opportunity, and I think also a cost for everyone to actually pay. for all of the choices or choice that we actually make. Hi, Lois. Thank you very much for commenting here. For the apps, if you would like to know more about the apps, feel free to send us a direct message, and we definitely hope that through our apps we can help you more, like in finding employers much more easier. And thank you very much for loving Mama Helpers, because Mama Helpers also love all of you guys.
Yes.
So,
Hi, Mr. MJ.
it's Miss MJ.
Miss MJ and Miss MJ. It's really a complex question because the variables are very conflicting each other. As long as you're getting home, maybe it's hard to earn the money enough for living. However, when you are living and working in Hong Kong, you cannot meet your family members and your kids. So this question can only be solved by yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, even that case, you can always talk to someone. Like if you feel stressed, if you feel tired, if you do miss home, hopefully you can always give a call to them. Like if that's not possible, then feel free to talk to us, because what Mama Helpers here would like to actually do is to hope, or Mama Helpers or TheCOVO, what we are trying to do is to bring the communities as a family. We do have the family feelings.
Yeah.
So hopefully through this kind of activities that we're kind of arranging, any programs that we are bringing to you guys, we hope that we can always accompany you. I hope we can always touch your heart. We can always reach.
We can be a second family of you in Hong Kong, and the first family is the family in your home country. Yeah.
And I would say never give up on anything that you believe it is right. Even sometimes it's very tiring, but try not to give up. I think whenever you do something, you always have this purpose. You have this goal first, and then I think working towards it might be hard, but maybe you will not easily give up on that kind of things. I think this foundation is very important.
Yes.
Hi Heidi, thank you very much for your comments. I think just what I mentioned just now. I think focus on your goal. You always have the faith in what you are doing, no matter how difficult it is. But hopefully you can always overcome it. And I think once you start overcoming this, it might become, at least you have some satisfactions in yourself that you actually did this. So we will continue with the video that we have mentioned before, that we have cut actually for you guys. So hope you guys enjoy.
No, I'm a single mom with one kid. She is just turning 5 years old last month. I've been married before, but I'm separated with almost 6 years. I have 3 kids and 3 sons. No, not yet. One time, when I got fit to finish my contract, then I had a chance to visit in the Philippines just 20 days last Christmas.
But every time I finish my contract, I spend 1 month vacation.
I have to going back home once every 2 years after the contract, and then take a vacation to visit my kids, my parents, and my relatives. When I miss my family, I need to but sad to say, it's not all the time that I can be with them because, you know, in somewhere in Philippines, not all the time they have a good internet receptions. Still, I can overcome this kind of sickness by looking back to the old photos or just maybe you can also think why you need to work here just because of your family. I think it's enough to overcome sickness.
I browse my phone, there are the photos that we have, and then I call them, especially my mom, then ask how are they doing, how everything is doing, and then just a little chit chat.
I really miss it. I do chat with my son. I do call.
Yeah, I did. When I was here, I need to send some packages, any products from here that I can. I think it's more interesting or more useful, especially at her age, that she is more attracted to it, or she can get something from it. So I sent some toys, or I should say, the toys that it is really rare that we can get from our country.
I let them try the product here in Hong Kong that we don't have in the Philippines, like ramen noodles. Yeah,
I made the bags going back to Philippines to my sons before.
If they can see me or they can be able to watch right now, maybe just to take good care of my daughter. I know that I really want the best for my daughter, but sometimes you cannot avoid the lapses or some situations. But then I really hope that they can meet the good attitude that I want my kids to be someday. You know, all the parents only want is that the kids will grow a better person. You know, I'm not saying I will give the best or everything, but there's always a limitation. All I want is to give the best future.
My family, I love them very much. I do everything for them. I just want to tell them that I'm okay here, I'm doing fine, and everything I do here is just for them.
To my beloved sons, study well and do your best to finish your study and then for getting a better future in life. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so that's the video that we actually made yesterday. I think it's just very emotional.
Yeah.
You know, like trust me, the person actually who cut the video yesterday, she actually cried on the last part.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
So I think it's just very emotional. I mean, when it came to homesick, you know, or when you talk about missing your family, it's just sometimes it's really sad. But I think no matter what, we still have to move forward, you know, to do what we believe it is right.
Stick on your own goal. Maybe in the future you will realize everything. You can go home and live a very good life.
Yeah. You know, I think there's always something to sacrifice in the beginning before you can always enjoy what you have got.
Mm.
So I think that's where it came to the end of our topics for today, and we really hope that you like this and you can actually feel hope that we can actually touch your heart with that, you know. So, but before we end with our cover radio for today, we have one more song to actually close the session. It is a Chinese song, but we don't really have the subtitle for this time. But this Chinese song, is also about home, I think.
Yeah, a man facing obstacles on their job, and he was fired, so he came to home and find some beautiful memories, and he wake up. This is some story about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this song is very famous from Jay Chou, if you guys know. So I really hope you guys enjoy, and thank you very much for watching today. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
对这个世界，如果你有太多的抱怨，跌倒了就不该继续往前走。为什么人要这么的脆弱堕落？想要拥抱的东西可能多少人？为什么才能够勇敢的走下去？我们是不是该知足，珍惜一切，就算没有拥有？一起来！还记得你说这是唯一的城堡，所以跌倒时河流继续奔跑，微微笑，小时候的梦我知道。不要哭，让烟火冲带着你逃跑，向前的歌谣，永远的一个回家吧，回到最初的美好。这么容易就想放弃，就像我说的，追不到的梦想换根本不就得了？为自己的人生写上字，先把爱涂上喜欢的颜色。下一个吧，工作理解不是目的，让自己快乐快乐，这才叫做意义。童年的纸飞机，现在终于飞回我手里。所有的那快乐，直接改变你最近听不对的累了，喝的水果。皮肤给的平淡罢了，吃菜都香了，我靠着都在了，睡着了，睡着了，他睡着了。